Hey, what's going on, fellas, ladies? What's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? Good? Good. Well, I'm back in full motherfucking physic. You know what I'm saying? So I came here to discuss some shit that's going on. This fucking epidemic of bullshit that you going through, and I know what you're going through. You know, we can relate to it, and I'm gonna give you my side of the story and things that happen on my side you may not relate to. So just hear me out. This is my side. I came to this video with a complete idea of what I wanted to do, but I'm in between two different things. Oh, websites. This is one of the hardest ones for me to discuss, so I pushed it back so far. Websites where this gang stalking shit could be taking place. You know what I'm saying? It gets a little creepy from this point because I'm gonna give out the website names. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say what I've seen. I can't tell you which ones are which, and I can't tell you how it's happening because I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with sites like Craigslist. A lot of that shit where you're getting it's not Craigslist's fault. It's not by no means. Craigslist is a classified ad place. You know what I'm saying? This is a place where you can post a fucking ad, and some people want to post for the wrong type of shit. It don't mean it's their fault. Well, they can stop it. No, it don't mean it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the same thing as guns. The gun. Yes, it's fucked up to keep making them, but you don't have to pick up the gun to shoot a motherfucker either. The gun don't just start shooting when it's just sitting there. It don't just be like, that'd be a good. I want a gun that just shot when I made it shoot, fucking from the phone. Probably have those coming out soon to a local Walmart near you. It's just awful, man. Anyway, yeah, man. Craigslist. Like you go on like there's the sections on there, man, where it gets really grim. Not gonna talk about those sections on there, but it's on the personal ads. You know what I'm saying? Like where you meet women and shit like that, strictly platonic, things of that nature. All those things aren't so friendly on there. Like if you can read code and understand code and shit like that, and you can read like hidden codes and messages, they be talking some wild shit on there, man. That's all I gotta say. They be sitting there talking about like, yo, the president, did this and that, and he wants to build this fucking wall, and you're not building the wall when you're supposed to build the wall. Nigga, that means that, motherfucker, you ain't pay up, and you need to pay me my fucking money for doing this delivery. And they be saying some shit like that, and that's the code for that. And I be seeing shit talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like 187 on a board, like talking on the fucking internet like that. Scary motherfuckers, yo. So when this gang stalking shit like really started getting really bad for me and shit, like when it was the full fucking effect of heat on me. A lot of us have lost our lives. Some of us lost our houses, our fucking place that we stayed at, to we're forced to live in hotel rooms, sleep on the street, lose everything, friends, family, divorce. Maybe commit a crime because you're so fucking tired of being followed everywhere. You go and shoot somebody, kill somebody, because that's what it makes you feel like doing. And they want you to do that. They want you to ruin your life. Make life hell. Believe that. Chaos. That's what they want to bring to your life. So, like, you see people, evil people that write this shit on there. Like, the first time this happened, I was set up by a significant other. I was pretty sure that. Didn't see the person do it exactly, but who else? I was always around this person all the time. So always around her, and no one else had the access to get to my phone. It was hacked, and there was some program on there. All of a sudden, like, I got a text message that came to me, and it had a whole bunch of motherfucking messages on there. I couldn't even load it all. It was in the thousands, probably. I kept scrolling. It wouldn't stop scrolling. And it would just have a bunch of classified ads for houses and stuff like that. Started reading through the ads. Encoded. You can see in the words, you can see my phone number was in there and the address to where I was at. I seen it on there. My address. And it was a fucking like a virus or something, a text message, and it just sent me all this shit. And some weird shit. That was the same day he put the jump drive in my computer and hacked my shit, and all weird shit started happening. So when that happened, I went outside and I seen a bunch of people who were out there, and they all started saying, they were saying my name. And I never met these people in my life. Came up to me, said, "Hey, you Jamal?" And I said, "Like, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? He's like, "You order pizza?" He ain't had no pizza in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Nah, you don't no fucking pizza, man." He's like, "All right, man. Don't worry about it. We'll check the next one." He goes up to the next door neighbors. Now I started reading the fucking messages. I looked at the messages again. I looked at it for a couple of days. I had to really decipher them. I actually deciphered it way faster than that. I think I did it that day, actually, in an hour. I was able to decipher everything. They had everybody's place of residence, names written in there, the numbers, where I was at, so you can basically pinpoint where it was at. It said lived next to a person, old man with a dog, not a threat. Guy downstairs, chaos. It was like on some bullshit. Like it had everybody's name like right across from the mailbox. It was all written in code on Craigslist. I'm not making this shit up, man. I know it sounds ridiculous, but trust me. You think that shit don't happen? How you think people get messages through the prison? That shit happens. You know, it's all about how clever you are in, disguising the wordplay. You understand what I'm saying? So I had all those emails that came to my phone and said all that shit about where I lived and was telling me like all this shit about me and had my phone number on there. People were fucking with me. And I went outside and everybody was out there. Like, when I say everybody, I mean like there was like 20, 30 people out in my neighborhood just walking around. And everywhere I would go, they would like come around the corner and they'll look up at me. They'll have their phone. They point their phones at me. They were pointing their fucking cell phones at me like everywhere I go, like with their flashlight. Pointing them at me. People I knew, it was like they was possessed or something. Like they weren't even with me. It was like they weren't in this world. You understand? Like something took them. It just was weird, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, is this fucking happening? It's happening. And everyone like turned against me and shit like that, you know? And fucking so I saw all these people outside that was looking at me, pointing at me, talking shit about me. A lot of people. It looked like a fucking jungle gym in there. Everyone was outside, and it's like fucking 8:30 at night. Everyone was outside. Everyone was driving by. They were putting the flashlights and the high beams on me in their cars when they rode by, pointing at me. It was really fucking weird. You gotta understand, this never happened to me like that before. I didn't understand what was going on, so I'm like, the fuck is this? I got a little scared. Earlier, prior to that, I had argued with my ex. And she left, and she was like, trying to tell me shit. And she was trying to tell me that, this is coming. And I asked, I said, like, I thought she did this to me. I said, what she did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who the fuck else? And I was clearly set up. But I said, like, can you get these motherfuckers off of me? There's a lot of people who are, like, around me, coming by my door and shit. I don't even know these people. It's like, can you tell them to fuck off? She's like, I don't know who they are, blah, blah. And then she showed me a video of herself. Like, I'm so scared. This person's behind me. That person wasn't doing shit to her. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to make it look like they were. But he weren't doing shit. And then she came back and she started freaking the fuck out. She acted, like, real different. She did, like, this is when the psycho shit came out. And she was just talking her bullshit and driving. Everybody was fucking following me wherever I went. I never seen so many people follow a person before, man. That was the first time I was ever followed, and I completely freaked the fuck out, man. I didn't cry, but I was freaking out. I was really scared. I was ducking into the seat because people kept driving by the car, and it's like 1, 2 in the fucking morning. And she's driving me around, driving really fast, going up, like, went to McDonald's, they boxes in McDonald's. I didn't know they was going to kill me or not. That became normal to me. You understand? It happened one more time the next day, and it was scarier than that. I was actually shot at. They got 2 times of me being scared of that, and I never was scared again. I was brave. I was very brave. She brought me through a very bad neighborhood in Arizona where they got some fucking shitty hotels at. And brought me there. These niggas was outside watching. Guns. Shirts off. Clearly I'm in the fucking wrong side of the neighborhood. I live on the other side, and I ain't got no pool out here. I'm not from this side. They don't fuck with my kind and shit. And I'm not talking about race or color. I'm talking about they just don't fuck with me. They don't know me. She brought me around some people she knew, her side of town. Scumbag motherfuckers. Scaring the life out of me, man. Walking by me with fucking guns tucked in the holster, man. Cowboy hat, dressed up, like looking like some real fucking gangsters, man. I don't know what the fuck I done got myself into or pulled into, but I gotta get myself the fuck out of here, you know? That shit became so normal to me. I see people walking out with the guns. I'm like, okay, nigga got a gun, big deal. Who'd you get that from? And what are you gonna do with it? Clearly you're not gonna do nothing with it except waste my fucking time. That's what they was always doing, wasting my fucking time with those fucking guns. I just was like, when you gonna pull it? I wanted to die so bad that they didn't want to kill me. That was like the fucking the psychology there. They wanted me to live and live through fucked up horror, man, and trauma. They didn't want to kill me. They want to fuck with your head. They don't want to take you out. They want you to go through the trauma. They know it's hurting you and killing you. They want you to be tortured. Do it yourself. Not a chance. You understand? Like, not into killing myself. That's ain't for me, you know. So yes, Craigslist was the first time that started. Hard to talk about. Also, stay off the deep web. There's no reason to be on there by any means, you know. Craigslist, stay off of that. Really, stay off of that shit. It ain't no game on there, that's all I'm going to say. Not going to direct you to where you need to go to find these people. Don't look for them. There's no reason to. I don't ever touch them. I don't look at the shit. Don't read it. I had somebody, I knew people who were fucking obsessed with reading that shit. Like, every day checking it. Why are you checking this shit? Funny that everyone's checking it around the time all this bullshit's happening to me, though. And that's where it started at. Man, get it together. I'm only a fucking man. Ain't no reason to do experiments on me. You know who I am. Okay, now we got it on the fucking table that I'm simply wonderful. Which one of you girls is giving me a blowjob and a steak? Because I think you owe me one. I ain't asking for much. I don't need 40 acres and a mule. I just want a blowjob and a steak. I'm just playing around. So, you know, it's always good to have a little bit of, you know, not be so serious all the time. 100%. People, like, sometimes I make these videos, they expect me to be 100%, like, serious. Like, that shit, you know how hard it is for me to tell you these fucking stories and then dodge around? I'm softening these stories up for you. I'm softening them up. That's how fucked up this shit is, this practice. Like, I'm softening. I pussy up my stories. And they're still horrible, but I find a way to make them sound not as like, I'd be like, yeah, you know, it was poison, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to go through and tell you the whole thing, how it happened to me every fucking time, and how I was dodging this shit, and how I made it through all these fucking times, and how the police would just always stop me and try to distract me from shit. I'm going to tell you that in another video, distractions. And jobs at the workplace. I'm going to put that all out on the table. Just to practice. Don't know any names, don't need to know them. Who cares? They're hiding themselves for a reason. There's no reason for me to try to take off the motherfucking mask and expose this person for who they are. But I will expose this practice for what it is. It's out there on the table. All I gotta do is take the cloth off. And it's right there. Now dig in. Watch this bullshit and dig it. The world's wicked, man. I'm telling you. A lot of this shit, the reason why I soften it, because a lot of the time I soften it also because some of the shit I say, it sounds so fucking unbelievable that I know someone is just gonna, like, just not hear me out. But I don't care. One of these days when I do share my story, the whole story, and nothing but the true story, I'm gonna tell everything. I'm gonna go fuck what I felt like, what it sounds like. I'm gonna tell every fucking feeling I had, every thought I had, all the fucking cameras and shit like that. Everything. I don't give a fuck what you think. People sit there and want to call you a schizo. Somebody in my comments say, fucking schizo. Fucking schizo. I don't believe in schizos, you piece of shit. I don't believe in schizos. Every time I see somebody who you call a fucking schizo, I see a bright person with a bright fucking future. who's getting torn down by a fucking public who is after the so-called schizophrenic, the brainiac, the person with the high IQ, the intelligent one that you call the schizophrenic, the one who's been through a whole bunch of bullshit and he's trying to tell you what happened, you're telling him that he's crazy, the schizophrenic, that person. The person that you want to sit there and give medication and try to make his IQ dumber, make it a little bit lower in points. Try to find ways. There's actually fucking tests out there where they're trying to make schizophrenics like have lower like brain activity going on and shit like that, so they can live in the world normal. Does that make any sense? To make him not as intelligent anymore? They try to make that person forget and not know so much and see so much that this world actually is. I don't want to see the world for what it is, really, for real. Because when I see the world for what it really is, it's some evil in here. But when you see it for the beauty of it, it's wonderful. And right now I'm seeing the beauty in it. I don't want to see the evil for too much longer. You know what I'm saying? So I try to escape myself from that. There's no reason to go on a gate full of fire. I mean, I'm going to come out. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. There's no reason to even step in that fucking point. I'm not going to stick my hand in the alligator's mouth. I'm not going to play that game. Some people want to play it for sport. Not me. Not going to play it this way, and I'm not going to play it that way. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to say it the way it is. I'm going to have to dumb down a story because it might sound a little bit out there because it's so fucking crazy, but it happened to me. Sometimes it's just some shit I just don't want to relive, so I don't want to talk about it right now. It's the way it is, man. But we can get through this. Like people told me some sad stories, man. I had to read this guy's story. You know, sometimes I don't know if they're always real or they're fucking fake. But if they're real, like for real, that shit is really hard to hear, man. I understand. That shit is horrible. A lot of people are going through this shit. That's why we're all coming out now. So, follow me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to lead you guys to the right direction, I promise. Because that's what I'm here to do. I survived all those close call deaths for a reason. So this here my reason. You understand? So I'm gonna do my part and I'm gonna take charge and I'm gonna stand up for what I know is right. And I'm gonna talk about this bullshit. It may not be able to do something, but you know what? It will bring exposure to this fucking practice. You better believe that. I'm gonna sign out of here, man. I'm going to discuss some other topics with y'all in later videos. I might do another one after this. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe. And check out some of other videos. I got a lot of other things, different topics, you know. So, y'all take it easy out there. And thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one.